Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jessica and I'm your host on this channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you how I made this beautiful boot cut pants. It's really lovely. You can rock it anyhow you want. You can rock it with an English top. You can rock it with a native, that is an Ankara top. It is so versatile. It's something you can wear to church. It's something you can wear to work. It's something you can wear anywhere. Like, I so love this pants because it can give you the chic look. It can be toned down to give you a very nice look as well. So guys, if this is what you'll be interested in watching today, let's go to the workstation. But before then, if you've not subscribed to my channel, please, I urge you to subscribe. It will not cost you anything, but it will mean a lot to me and help the channel to grow. So guys, please subscribe. Just click on that red subscription button and that's it. The next thing for you to do, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. You see that thumbs up there, just click on it and you like the video. What this does, it makes YouTube recommend the video to as many viewers as possible, and we need the views for the channel to grow. So guys, turn up your post notification bell so that whenever I post any new video, you'll be one of the first people to get notified. Alright guys, without further ado, let's get into today's video. So guys, the first thing that we're going to do is to take our vertical measurement, to take from our waist, the first line up. If you're not having a start point, is your waist. Then from your waist to your hip measurement, my hip is 9 inches, and then from your hip to your crouch, where your butt hits the seat. Now normally my crouch is 11 inches, but because I wanted it a little bit higher on my waist, I needed to add 1 more inch, so I gave it 12 inches. How to get your crouch measurement: divide your hip by 4, or you sit on a chair and measure from your waist to where your butt hits the seat. Then you measure from your waist to your knee. Mine was 23 inches, some people 21, 18, depends on your height. And then after measuring to your knee measurement, in this boot cut you really need your knee measurement, so take the person's measurement or your measurement to the knee and measure it. And then here I'm just measuring the full length of my trousers. Sorry, it was off frame, I didn't notice that, but yeah, it's just the full length of my pants, so nothing big about that. The next thing to do now is to rule the line so that they will be visible for you to see. That's why I'm using this particular chalk, so that you can see what I am doing, so you get every detail. Now you go to the waistline, you go to the waistline, and then you measure 1 inch away from the waist. Like, you measure 1 inch inward. You can measure 1.5, but I'm very generous within the waist. Like, my waist is very big, so I don't need to go more than 1 inch. So 1 inch inwards, and then from the knee measurement, this is where you determine how wide your boot cut legs will be. Here I went in by 3 inches, but you can do 2 inches, you can do 1.5 inches, and probably you can do 1 if you don't want the legs to be opened wide. But what I did here is 3 inches, and then you connect that 1 inch on the waist to the hip line, and then from the hip line to that 3 inches on the knee. Now go again, you connect that 1 inch line to the hip line, and from the hip line to the knee. Then from the knee you just open the leg of the pants to the end of your fabric. You just open the leg of it, and that's it for this side. We're going to do this side. You see how simple and how easy this boot cut pant is. It really looks so nice, and you wouldn't expect the work to be this easy. Now you go to the waist measurement, and then you measure your waist divided by 4 plus your seam allowance. If you'll be having a dart, you add your dart allowance. So here I just added 2 inches, 1 inch for seam allowance and 1 inch for my that. And then you go to your hip line, you divide your hip also by 4. When you divide your hip by 4, you add your seam allowance. I only added 1 inch because this is the stretch fabric, but you can add more, especially if you're not using a stretch fabric. Then you go to the crouch line and measure your thigh measurement divide by 2, not 4. Your thigh measurement divide by 2 and add your seam allowance. And then you go to the knee line, also measure your knee measurement divide by 2, not 4. Your knee measurement divide by 2 plus your seam allowance. Now your knee and your thigh you divide by 2. Your waist and your hip you divide by 4. And then you connect the lines together. Right, guys, we're almost done. Like, in fact, we're almost at the end of this video, as you can see, because this is a very easy tutorial. Bootcut pants is one of my favorites. So from the knee line, you rule a straight line down. Yes, a straight line down, so you'll be able to have a guide for what you want to do. Now from that straight line, remember on the knee line we went in by 3 inches. Now that 3 inches, you bring it down to that to the end of this fabric where your hemline would be. Now if you went in here on the knee line by 2 inches, at this point where I'm marking, you also take 2 inches. If you went in by 1 inch, you also take 1 inch. It's just a standard. I don't know why, but it's a standard, and I think it helps the pants to be balanced. It does not allow you know, there are some pants that you wear and the inner leg will be raising up while the outer leg is down, so this prevents all that. So after that, you just cut your pants. Like, your front block is ready. The next thing to do is to cut the back block. So you place the front on the back, place it properly to minimize or totally maximize your fabric. After placing it, I'm just trimming the edge, nothing serious. Oh yeah, and then the front pattern, you can decide to go down. Yeah, don't decide, just go down by half an inch and rule and draw the straight line. So on the crouch measurement, I went away from the front by 2 inches, and then for the back, I went up by 1 inch to accommodate my butt. And then I ruled a curved line joining that 1 inch which I went up by with the 2 inches which I went away from the crouch line, and then I'm connecting it back to the front waistline. So the front waistline and the back waistline has to match. Then from that front part, I'm taking 1 inch and connecting it to my hip line. I'm taking 1 inch. Remember, we removed 1 inch from that waistline in the front part. That is the 1 inch we're putting back at the back. We don't need it in front, we need it at the back because the back is wider than the front. So after doing that, I'm just trying to trim to give me room to work, so you can see, so I can move the fabric and you can see what I'm doing. Now the next thing to do is to add your 1 inch or half inch seam allowance depending on the fabric you're working with. Because I'm working with a stretch fabric, I can get away with even a half inch seam allowance because this fabric has stretch in it, so it will sit well on my body and still give me that chic look, and the fit will be nice. But if you're using a non-stretch fabric, you might need to add more. Depends on how tight you want it to be on your body. And that's it, guys. You just cut it out. After cutting it out, the other part you trim exactly what you have there, like we do for all our pants. The only difference is this back part where you added your 1 inch, 2 inches or half an inch seam allowance. And that's it, guys, for the cutting. You can see how easy it is to make those bootcut pants. So guys, if you've not subscribed to my channel at this point, I think you should click on the subscription button and give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Tell your friend to tell a friend, share this video. You don't know who might need it. If you have friends who are into tailoring, share to them and let them thank you, because this is a really good tutorial. It's very easy to follow by everybody, and I don't see why you wouldn't share it. So here I'm just measuring the width I have, and I'm dividing it by two, like I'm dividing it in half so I can get my dart point. That's just like an easy way to get your dart point if you don't know how to take your nipple to nipple measurements. So even if you do, it's just an easy way to take a dart point, and it will sit well on your body. So after getting the midpoint, I just gave it a notch on both the front and the back piece. Then here we just join the crowd together. I've gone ahead to weave my fabric. So if you don't have an interlocker or a weaving machine, there's no problem. Just make sure you follow the steps and do everything right. So you join the crotch together on both the front and the back, because my zipper will be on the side seam. So you join the crotch together. After joining the crotch, I make sure I made a pocket. Yeah, I added a pocket to this particular pant. So you add the pocket. After adding the pocket, if you don't want to add pockets, it's fine. And don't worry, I'll make a detailed tutorial on how to put pockets in the pants. So after adding the pockets, you close off the side seam of the pants, leaving room for your zipper allowance. Wherever position you put your zipper, I like to put mine on the left. So if you put yours on the left or on the right, you give the space for it without putting it. And then you add your waistband. Okay, before the waistband, after joining the edge, you join the in leg of the pants. After joining the in leg of the pants, you put your waistband. Now I have a detailed tutorial of how to make a waistband up on my channel. If you want to see how I make every waistband I put on my pants, on my skirts, then go check that video out. It is really detailed. Whatever mistake you've been making about waistband, trust me, when you watch that video, that mistake ends, because it is very, very, very detailed. Now after adding the waistband to the pants, the next thing to do is to put your zipper, and then you're done. After your zipper, you hem the legs of your pants. My dear, like, it's as easy as ABC. So guys, you see how I always make my videos simple and detailed and straight to the point. So if you love all this that I do for you, please subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe. It will not cost you a thing. Just click on that subscription button, and then you're subscribed. And guys, that's it. That's everything you need to know about this bootcut and this bootcut. Yeah.